Are we gonna get our first game over when it comes to... Well, it's showing the grade, so...
Yes, I am a master detective, but the very last thing that Monokuma... the very last thing that the trial ended, or was on, before Monokuma prematurely ended it, was Makoto's the suspect. Frack!
My gosh.
Now, who will be chosen as the placard? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Hey, hold on! What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Monokuma! We choose Monokuma! Right? We do! Guilty? No. I didn't kill anyone though. It's a trap. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
It's all your fault.
Hiroshi, you're wrong, everyone. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it. Good job, everyone. Good job. Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense! It's the same as always, just like all other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way. It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. But wait, why do I... Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
No.
No, guys, I didn't kill anyone.
That doesn't look like sweat. That looks like my face is melting.
I know.
Oh. I don't like this. Oh, shut up. So, this is the thing that will crush you.
You failed your exams, Makoto.
This was in the intro. I remember this. After school lesson. What's on my desk? Is it just a bunch of random school supplies? Oh my god. What is going through his head? No, it can't go out like this.
Purple.
What's that blue thing over there? It can't go out like this.
What is that blue thing?
Huh? Oh, I'm alive.
It looks like it's falling down really fast, but
I'm also upside down. I'm gonna crack my head on whatever I land on.
I know.
Come on, Makoto, move around. What? What's this? What's going on?
Hey, what was that?
Yeah, it had to be.
This is
alter ego.
Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Dang it all the heck, I don't believe this. It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning. What was that? What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an inch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone?
Hey Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the heck is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words,
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you
What are you
say?
talking about?
so...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. The massive high school towers all over the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands in the center of the entire world. This is the last thought I had, apparently. Falling down that pit. Hope's Peak Academy brings in top students. Blah blah. Why am I thinking about this as I'm falling to my death? I'm imagining what could have been. There are two things you need. You have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. Only way you could get in is if you're scouted by itself. And standing there at the gate was me. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy, like the desk. My eyes see a desk. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever on a desk, but what was I doing asleep here just now on a desk? It wasn't any classroom I've ever been in before, and I don't recognize these desks. What the heck is going on? Desk? I don't know. I don't know, Makoto. Oh. Wait, finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light sleeping in. Trash was piled all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. Heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in here until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend.
How do you know that's the last little bit of strength?
Yeah, how?
I don't know.
He's still out there.
And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of here. Okay. Trash. Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? There's the desk I fell in on. Yeah, I would have hidden my head like... This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. Oh, it's that rocket that killed that guy.
You're a ghost.
That's a rocket and a tank. I'd better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. And there's a door up there. Rattle, rattle. I don't know what I'm rattling, but...
Yeah, there's no doorknobs.
It's locked. Rattle, rattle. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I guess I have to look for food. Yeah, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten.
Well, it's the last
But
resort.
that was pointless too. Next, I search for some water.
It's all dirty.
How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive! As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was... die. Go to sleep.
Will you have nightmares?
My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left, after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed, and all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. Ah! Something fell. A crunch. What the heck? I jump up. No! It's like Star Wars! There's a squid thing in here! It's gonna kill me! The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from above. What could it have been? It's like these. It's just these that fell.
Squids in there. It's just filled with squids.
Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
Oh, a giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Hey.
Smells awful.
Kyoko!
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. What is that? What? What is that? Go cupboard? She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again. First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat. We can talk once you're finished. Food! Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Oh, that really hit the spot. Now I got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Alright. How are you doing? How do you even get down here? But Kyoko, why do you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt, or no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything.
You were lying?
So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to the school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak.
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot that that's... Yeah, I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory, that's impossible. Amnesia. Then, is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because... I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from me.
However...
And it could also mean, somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big of a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but... I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
That dream that I had. Yeah. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Okay. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own? So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Well,
Nice.
that makes sense. The ultimate detective.
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone, who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. Of course he is. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster. Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. And we, no matter what it takes, I'll find the
No
headmaster.
matter what?
My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense?
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of floors meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we've ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important and really ominous. Okay, just keep talking, get on.
However...
Of course, once I got to the second, there was no... Okay, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukura Ikusaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then, who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed.
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was... The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore at your discretion.
In other words...
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may have not become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. Oh. I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Right, yeah, because he was right. He was... the killer... Yeah, Nacho Libre was right above me in my bed. Ah! Do you mean... Yeah. During the night. I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases, just like this, which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad, if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out who the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. Other? We haven't even met the first one! There's no doubt that Mukuro was the... Oh, never mind. Well, I thought we deduced that she was the ultimate soldier. And just... okay. There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy, whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair. That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're, make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Oh. Yay. Why was this one called 100 Mile Dash? Pain of a Junkie... Okay. Dream Island rocking. From that one random guy who was killed. Nice. Okay. 5 alive. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game. And let me make sure I'm still recording. Good. Okay. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come later. Yeah, you're right. Well, the door up here, right? It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. Okay, so I'll talk to her. Kyoko, do you still have that one other thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the Headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in this school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Alright, let's go do that then.
Doesn't work. Well, I guess we're stuck.
Dang it, the only door it doesn't work on is the garbage room! Hey Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, well, I guess we're stuck in here. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then, click. Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good? We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally, we were finally free, but there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death.
Long title. That title's gotta be so weird.
Ultimate evil. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Okay. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passing was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey,
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Palms getting sweaty. Legs shaking. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing your detective work? How long?
so...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So,
Right.
because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral on all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society, which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. That's noble. I think a conscious effort.
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. So that explains... Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her, because she hid herself on purpose, to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Oh, but you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though.
How
He
could
sucks. Yeah, what?
I...
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is
hate
it?
you.
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future,
However...
but he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me, because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had a chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow. That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he'll forget. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond, so instead I said nothing. Yeah, I understand that. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence, and after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. There's another keyhole. Hand me the key. Oh my gosh. Looks like this.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Keith.
Dang it, we have to go all the way back down.
You go back down, Kyoko. You're the one lower than me.
I'm too scared to move.
You're closer to it.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Oh yeah, there's no key on this side, so we would have been screwed. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. Wait, it has a handle that pulls it down. Okay. The hatch opened with ease, and so... we're out. Oh, I hate it. I don't want to go down there ever again. Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. Can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Well, what now? This is how we got out of the garbage pit. I never would have imagined that's where this led to. Alright, what now? So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out... I mean, there's a surveillance camera in here, after all. And I'm worried about you, too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then,
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Oh, wait, that's...
However-
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time until we're found out, and it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying, rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before, what does it mean?
so...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Nice. We're just gonna drop in on them. Hey guys, I'm alive. Are they currently in the... Is Monokuma currently in the gym giving them their next incentive? Alright, now this time... I have a bomb. It's a nuclear bomb. It's gonna blow up the whole school unless one of you kills each other. That's quite an opposite incentive. It'll also blow up in 1 minute, so someone kill now!
Oh my god.
Oh wait, that would make a good investigation though. You'd immediately see who did it. Hi guys, I'm alive!
Well now.
Kyoko, I don't mind so much, but Makoto's supposed to be dead! What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you? So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punch you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko, do whatever you feel you have to do. What? But before you do, let me just say one thing. If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? What? I lose? You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that? Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me. I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about? But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't all what you were expecting, because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
Right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well. Yes, I was right.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blackhead is me and not Makoto. And you can prove this, right? No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence? I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
However-
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
What the heck? What's that supposed to... That's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey.
If you were to execute Makoto right now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
Indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove me wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square, then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
it's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown in other words. This would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept this challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm pre-bared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end. So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good, then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school, then you win. But if you can't do that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe that is how this all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held?
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure, so what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations. Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them being high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd you go all quiet all of a sudden?
Now
I'm done talking.
very angry!
I've got nothing left to say to you, so get lost, would you? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable. Leave me alone! Get out of here! Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go. I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair. I wonder what I should do. Should I make a bunch of robot zombies to eat you alive? Should I have all your limbs torn off by saws? Ooh, the choices, the choices!
Should I have a bunch of spiders eat you?
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay.
Should I get out a bunch of bears and make them claw you to death?
I hope I'm not yelling enough that like other people in the rooms can hear me.
That would be unbearable.
Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away, and just like that we were out of the gym. Huh. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. So, thanks for saving me. Thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept, huh?
because
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let their guard down, like I said. So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable. You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
it would seem
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all the rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words.
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
Correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept? You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope, to kill each other and sink into despair? The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. Jeez. They want to prove that despair is better than hope. But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto,
I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
in other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junkrat broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules, to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet again another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in a perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. but all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
However,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we had that chance, because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
Wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning, essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I hadn't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of the negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
however,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. And there's no option except to win.
Hey.
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
However,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Anyway, right now we have to go find the
Shall we
others.
go?
They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go? Alright. Oh, they're all on their beds. The very first person they see when they open the door. Oh my gosh! It's like, dang it, why'd I go to Chills first? It's a ghost!
Everybody, it's a ghost!
It's a ghost! Those are the worst types of ghosts. Dead. Hi, Hiroshi. This is Hiroshi's room. Is he inside?
hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep going. Hi, Toko. This is Toko's room. Is she inside?
hey,
Don't think she's here. What the heck? It's nighttime, though. Wouldn't they all... Well, I mean, I guess the rule is never to go outside. Maybe they're not opening... I mean, there's no peepholes, so you can't... This is Tina's room. Is she inside?
hey,
Okay, the only last person here is Chills.
hey,
Okay, I guess they're all not in their room. Are they in the dining hall? Hello. And suddenly we were greeted with... You again. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limits.
Sexy one!
Jeez, what the heck?
however,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah. Oh, people!
Is that Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto!
No, it's his evil twin brother!
You survived?
You're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that? I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Yeah, of course. Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up. Guys!
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
Oh, that's the smell of tears. Ew.
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks.
It's Makoto! He smells like a wet dog!
Shoo, shoo!
Oh, well, and then I stopped crying. My tears dried up. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey guys.
So what have you guys been doing while I was gone?
Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places.
And?
No, Dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked.
So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? Okay.
I still can't believe you survived.
Yeah, me either.
Do you realize why it is you escaped execution?
It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say they had their life saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you.
Yep, it sure was. Any chills?
Yo!
Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
You know?
Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? Okay, so he's useless like normal.
You stink. Are you rotten? You're rotten. Physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten.
Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while.
The smell is so smelly.
Wait, do you like that?
You smell even worse than me. Way worse than me.
She seems happy for some reason.
I win.
Okay.
You're not gonna stop.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what?
But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
Last class
In other
trial?
words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? Fucking piece of... No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you. Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you.
And then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
that's right.
That's right, it was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto?
You make it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules, which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
And the mastermind agreed? But does that mean they really did break the rules?
They had no choice but to agree. He used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage he needed, didn't he?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the class trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's the snare, that's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here.
Pretty stupid. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again, later. So, knowing all of this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So it's our job to expose the mastermind.
But there's more to it than that, correct?
Yeah. For us to win the game, or win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone!
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with the things they are. I'm fine with living here forever ever with Master.
Master isn't, though.
I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Oh, well, then I do too!
anyway,
Anyway, at this point, the only way to survive is for us to unravel the truth.
In other words, one decisive final battle, a rather interesting development, I'd say.
But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries.
It's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Oh. I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? Very polarizing. Here's a hint. The killing game began with 16 participants. And they are only those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
Huh? But why?
So, in other
But
words,
the mastermind really is the one who killed Mikuro, as Kyoko says. The mastermind would have to set foot in school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mikuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other
But
words,
according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in his peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. And then the mastermind is...
One of us. There were 15 of us in the... Oh, that's still Toko.
There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Ad and Mukuro, and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Do that continue, or do you get it now?
You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way! You can't be serious.
Oh, wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility.
And that is one possibility you can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible.
But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious any time Monokuma was active?
Well, maybe they just snuck off and controlled him in secret.
No. I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us.
Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation.
Well, maybe, but still.
Class trial time. The body has been discovered.
But we're all in here.
This is a school announcement.
And then it turns off. This is a school announcement. Did you?
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
No. That was me turning off the TV again. How very magna ominous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation.
During the night. But
I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely on only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then.
after making his final statement, Hiroshi left the dining hall.
Master, he didn't take me with him.
Do you blame him?
But without Master, the rest of you are like
You're all peasants.
coffee with ice cream.
Coffee with cream.
Sorry, coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee.
Or coffee, in other words.
You're totally useless.
You're all like vanilla ice cream without the vanilla.
Or vanilla.
Or
ice cream.
You're all like vanilla ice cream without the ice cream. Or vanilla. Yeah. What else? You're all like water without the oxygen, so you're all hydrogen gas.
So dry.
I mean, those weren't nearly as...
You're all
stupid.
snow without the coldness.
I'm trying to think of... I'm trying to think of something good. You're all like eggs and bacon without the bacon. So eggs.
You're like a toaster without the heat.
And now she's gone. And you're just gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko? That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Katara, and me. In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Chills left the dining hall.
Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves.
What about you, Tara?
I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everybody else.
You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died.
Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later.
Katara was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Okay. She said she's going alone. I kind of thought we'd work together now, but... So you're going off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see us as splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko is gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Investigate. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the bio lab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms is where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Alright, time to get started. Places to check has been added to the truth bullets. The music is intense. Oh my.
Nice.
Alright. Places to check. The headmaster. The second floor of the dormitory. That's right next to me, so I'll check that first. Yeah, the second floor, Caitlin, of the dormitories. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. Huh. There's blood over there. And this is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up in here or something. Yes, I can actually move around myself. Yeah, there's blood right there. Jeez.
Gosh.
This place. It's terrifying.
Bathrooms. Okay. Let's go to the bathroom.
I'll check over here first. There's a door right there. Man, there's blood everywhere. Like, I guess a bunch of kids got crushed or something.
Blood.
Jeez, okay. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even a bed anymore. It's just garbage. Oh, nice. There's a coin in there. Okay, it's just the bathroom. This place is creepy. I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Okay, well, this room was a waste of my time. Didn't really help me reveal anything. Man, what is this here? Where does this go? Wait, it looks like the ceiling isn't even existent. Like as if there's lights floating there. We're in the void.
It's just like asking you to sim.
Oh, we're in the Minecraft void. This is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Come on, Kyoko went into the boys' bathroom. Come on. Just... Okay, absolutely nothing in here. That's a very nice image. I'll just look at the giraffe room.
Giraffe.
Why are there
lockers?
There's those metal plates on the lockers for some reason. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Oh my gosh, almost every locker is to be interacted with. Okay. I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. Are you sure you should just do Are you sure you should do that, McCoy? There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. There's no way to get it open. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean, well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader, and then no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. I don't think this locker's gonna open. Oh, but there was a coin in it. Okay. Wonder if I can open this. Nope. Oh my gosh. I have to try every... Okay, well I'm just gonna not mess with the ones that are very clearly closed. Already broken. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. But there is a coin. Alright, what? They all go through that long dialogue, though. I guess nothing for now, then. That's what I saw, by the way, Kim. I don't like this place. This place is horrifying. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Oh, this room looks nice.
Is that a working computer?
This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
Oh, what the heck? It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko.
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? A regret, huh? What was your regret? Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Okay, everything is like near here. Here. Oh, what the heck? Okay, I was confused. I thought that was part of the wall right there. No? Wow. You pull a curtain around so that no one sees you while you're sleeping. That kind of makes it scary at night. What if someone just immediately pulls the curtains open and stabs you in your sleep? A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmasters. Yeah, only headmasters use leather chairs. What kind of student would use a leather chair? The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Yeah, if students use leather chairs, they get sick and fatally die. There's dying and fatally dying. Fatally dying is when you disintegrate. High school students disintegrate when they touch leather chairs. There's a PC on the chair, the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Desk!
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However...
There's not much though, nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst source of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on. I see. That's a good outlook to have. The ultimate despair. True the bullets. That's the ultimate despair.
doesn't refer a like-minded group of people. That group brought about the single worst event in human history, motivated only by despair, making them some of the most despicable people to ever live. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake? No, it's not a mistake. You should probably check it out.
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space, does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. How? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room that she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what's your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as the password, knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well?
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, do whatever you want. Oh, okay. Imagine that being the password. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name, but if that's not it, then that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey.
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Oh, okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. I cracked my fingers. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... Wow. What? That did it? Man, I was totally bluffing. It worked! Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Okay, well, into the hidden room. Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. I'm curious about that, but there's a picture of what looks like her and her dad. Okay. Present first. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. What if it's a bomb? Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it, but I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprising probably. Huh? If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway.
Just don't scream or anything, okay? It's his head. Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. It's a head. It's her dad's head. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to seep its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Dang it, Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Oh my gosh. What was in the box? Well, it was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I'd expect to find in such a bright and joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined? Just as I thought. What? skulls. What was in the box? Wrapped up all so nice, so I never would have guessed what was inside. Human bones. Well, at least it wasn't a head. A freshly preserved head. Just as you thought. How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Well, it's not that I was thinking of bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing, a dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
When you found him in the box. Those bones, that body, that's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Wait a minute. Was that guy that we saw get vaporized in that rocket him?
I don't know.
Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad. The same man she's been searching for. You know, the back of that guy's head over there kind of looks like it could be him. Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who carried it out. According to files, Headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school. It's a very polarizing approach. No, this already, but killing game began with... Okay. Alter Ego said that the Headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of this killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume that most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility, but I have to believe at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties with him, but was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope Speak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing that it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present. Jeez, are you sure you're okay? I feel like I shouldn't make pointless small talk right now. Maybe I should just look around a bit. Alright, here's a picture of her. It looks like. Oh, this picture. Yeah. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Yeah, I mean, that totally looks like the guy that got killed at the beginning. Like, I mean, I know it's just the back of his head, but it kind of looks like it kind of looks like it's totally 99% completely 100% him. It's all faded.
I never thought about that.
It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko. What, you didn't notice the picture? I saw it immediately when I came in here.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the Headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here, and now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Photo of Kyoko and the Headmaster. Wow. That is quite the thing. What's in here? More bones? This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look, but I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff. Oh.
Hey.
It's fine. Check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay, then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well?
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy, instead he left it all behind.
No.
If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. The Headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission. Matt, again? Come on, she said don't worry. Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
Because...
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Yeah, that's why she always touches the bodies, top to bottom. Makoto. And goes into boys' bathrooms. Like you should be going in the girls' ones in this place. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Oh, what's this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. Oh, we could open those lockers. I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations and given to the school's authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what it is. I think you're probably right.
It would seem...
It would prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko... I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Headmaster's e-handbook. Nice.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey.
Could you leave? Oh,
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko? Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But... maybe that... maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he... Okay, that seemed like the thing I would have said. But it says she's saying it, so maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? Okay. If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, and I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Alright. And that was that. I saw that couch stretch out. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what had happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt that mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's dad. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. Yeah. The one leading Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man. Okay. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is... one of us. So, who could it be? The 15 of us met in the mail hall. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16, and including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Do I need to see all this? Sakura.
Yes. Well, I don't know. I don't think we really saw Mondo die. Maybe he teleported. Maybe he's the mastermind.
Maybe he's still alive as butter. He's like a face on the butter. Oh, man. Even Mukuro. Yeah, maybe it's someone who we thought died but isn't dead.
Yeah,
even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... me, Hiroshi, Chills, Toko, Katara, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Can you keep it down in there? Oh, sorry. Okay.
What happened? Can you keep what?
Oh, I'm just telling myself there's no way that the last few people alive right now are the mastermind.
Okay. Then you were like, can you keep it down?
Oh, it's because I was yelling all that right outside the room that Kyoko was in, where she asked to be alone. So I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, well, this place is pretty much done. Yeah, I'm finally out of that cursed place. Time to look at the other locked room. So, yeah, we checked all the rooms here. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna use all of my coins, every single one, on one last spin. One last spin. One more.
You sure? Can't you get multiple things?
No.
Okay.
One last spin. A camera? That's kind of neat, actually. It just rocketed away. Oh, okay. I thought it actually went away from me. What is it? A telephone. Okay. Get me out of here. I should probably keep going. Yeah. A camera invented to take pictures of electrical fields surrounding objects. Sadly, there's no film in it. Who would I give that to? An if-fax used to distribute a full-length novel based on what the world would look like if all of someone's dreams came true. Interesting. Okay. Alright, okay. Now it's time to actually get to the investigation. We must find out everything. Was there a locker room here on this floor? I cannot remember. There was not, I think. Yeah. Okay. Next floor. There was on here, and it's in here. I remember the Monokuma Door. Oh, hi. Hi, Katara.
Hey, Makoto.
Ah, Makoto, are you here to look around too?
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I can't help but wonder about the Monokuma Door.
Well, it's unlocked.
So I figured if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should open up too, right? Although I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that'd really suck. So you open it.
I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Yeah. Oh my gosh, man, I didn't realize how sweaty I was. Okay. Don't even know how this happened. Ugh. I've never had this before. Ugh, I hate it. Okay, I guess I'll open it.
Wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded.
Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it.
Okay, go ahead.
Jeez. Everything will be okay, right? Yeah, I mean, if they killed us now, that would... I mean... Would that be a violation?
Maybe.
They can kill two people! Ah! They're gonna target me! Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected, and I tripped in. Oh, what is this? This looks like a spaceship, or... This looks like the cockpit of a spaceship. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was...
Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. So, what do you think?
What the heck?
I mean, every part of the school leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but...
Just a second.
This place is like #1 gross. It's in a whole different league of creepy.
Okay. Time to look top to bottom. What is this device? It's like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Fumi'd probably freak out if he saw it.
Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons.
Oh, hold on, you can't just do it. You can't just or whatever or something like this. But it was too late. Katara was already jabbing away at the control panel.
Huh? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Yeah, what did you push?
I'm not totally sure, but... I think it was that one, the button that says Data Center.
Data Center. I took a good look at the control panel. And I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. But the Data Center, that's right next door. The room we were just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from here.
Monokuma's probably in there. Maybe he got called. Hold on, wait. Before I go in there, let me... Oh, the only thing left is a mat on the floor. Oh wait, is that a hatch? Oh, it's a hatch! I thought it was like a mat or something. There's some kind of hatch on the floor, but right now I need to check out the data center. Okay. Hey. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Yep. Is that Monokuma? Hi. How you doing? Hey. What the? Here, give me all your donuts. Is that you, Hina?
What?
What? Oh man, busted. How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup?
You don't even know what you're controlling?
Error.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Wait, whatever you do, don't push it. Aw, man.
Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it, and the control panel inside. That was kind of fun.
Give me all your donuts.
Give me all your donuts.
Well, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now?
Monokuma.
What do you mean?
What you were controlling just now, it was Monokuma.
Monokuma? What, for real?
Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma, which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room, and this control room is totally separate from the data center with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
maybe it's just maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right.
but if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right?
I guess that would have to be true. Man, I guess they had a pretty horrible... Oh, I don't know. Maybe seeing us in despair was all the entertainment they needed, but that means they were pretty much in this room and the data center forever. But if that is true... It's a very polarizing theory, enough. 3:30, this killing game began with 16 participants. The only person to take a single step and help us speak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Then the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Monokuma control room.
What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making.
Oh no, it's nothing.
Okay.
What about you? Is everything okay?
Well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or anything?
I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not.
So, like, you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out.
Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time just standing in here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna look at the truth bullets really quick that I have acquired. Yeah, Monokuma control room. Reveal a smaller room used to command the Monokuma. This is where the mastermind has been issuing commands to the Ursine robot. The ultimate despair. Hidden room present. Brightly colored box sitting in the headmaster's hidden room. Inside the box were human bones, the last remains of the headmaster. Photo of Kyoko and headmaster. Kept a photo of him and a young Kyoko together. In the photo, both are smiling. But you can't really tell that he's smiling. Maybe he's staring at her angrily. Haha, I made you angry, Dad. I hate you so much. I'm gonna abandon you one day.
I'm gonna abandon you one day.
What?
No.
Sorry, I was trying to listen to both of you at the same time, and in me doing that, I didn't hear what either of you said. An emergency handbook was found in the headmaster's hidden room. This handbook... Oh, I forgot to look at the lockers. This handbook apparently has no restrictions and was given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. Okay. Alright, I can examine these now, right? Hurry up and get out of here. What about that? What? Is that... We never... Okay. Quick. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that?
Ah, the door! It just locked on its own!
What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why? Huh?
Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma.
Just a second.
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit, because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would be if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. Then that room.
yeah.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are.
So right now, you're being operated by someone in that room?
So they came out of the hatch, I guess.
Yes, indeed.
Correct, Amundo.
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there, and we didn't see anyone.
Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been?
Monokuma was trying to.
Yeah. Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. The hatch on the floor? Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it. Jeez. Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Haha, peace.
Then how do you get in the hatch? if
He's
you
gone,
can't open it from
but-
the outside?
Well, you can't open it from the outside, but you can open it from the inside.
But then how did he get?
Maybe
Oh,
there's.
he probably has a key or something.
Maybe he left it open until he.
He's gone, but
So,
was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there?
In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Then when I said we should leave?
Well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
sorry.
Okay.
Could have like stayed there the whole time and waited for it to starve.
Yeah. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of our time we have left.
You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving. Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice. You've got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later.
She took off at a full sprint, and I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. And my first order is immediately going back to the first floor, because I 100% forgot to check those lockers. Like, I just ran past them without a second thought. Wait, am I gonna find a giraffe in one of these lockers?
Oh wow!
Is it gonna eat my face?
Or is he dead?
Or is it dead?
Giraffe.
A dead giraffe just comes falling down on me. Oh look, maybe... Wait, but... What about that emergency handbook I found? Okay, let's give it one more try. I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader end. Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Alright, I have to check every single locker, I guess. Let's see. This thing is practically empty. Except for this. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting, and all the letters are spaced out evenly. Like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give me some important details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final home. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only way we have. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be able to go along with the plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true. But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko, it couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing, but when I reached the last page, the question marks spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. Have we been here for a whole year and we forgot it all? When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Locker pocketbook.
Hey, you wanna try and talk to Kyoko about it?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure who it is, but based on what's written inside, the owner can't be anyone other than Kyoko. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing here? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when he was little, and more than that, yeah, the last page. Yeah, I guess I can see if she's done being alone. I just don't understand it at all. Alright, now all the other lockers. Well, this locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belonged to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. Looks like...
Could be Chills.
It looks like it could be Chills' locker. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw, but the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Yasuhiro, it's Chills. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written as Chills. Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Chills came to the school at the same time as the rest of us, and we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Locker notebook. That's interesting. This is a crystal ball. Crystal ball. No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. Okay, 3 more things. This. Is that a cigarette box? Is this a desk of... Oh, playing cards. A deck of playing cards. No, the tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? Let me look at the notebooks again. There's no denying that someone wrote the name Yasuhiro Hagakure in this notebook. And that are Chills. Also contained a large number of notes for different classes. Okay. And I think, but the more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Chills, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation, but if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward, and I have to believe in everyone. This is quite the life we've got ourselves stuck in.
Did you check all the lockers?
Yeah, the ones that weren't broken anyways. Can I talk to you? Or are you still being alone in there? Hello? There's all kinds of stuff I want to talk to her about, but I'd better give her some more time. Alright. Yeah, I guess she'll come out when she's ready. When she's ready. Anyways, yeah, she's still in there. Alright, so... second, third, fourth. I don't think there's anything new in the 4th floor. Oh right, the Headmaster's room, I forgot. There's the Headmaster's room on the 4th floor. Wow. Oh, the sword is there again. This is the Headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself.
Kudos, it's you.
Oh, Hiroshi. Oh, Hiroshi.
Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting?
What do you mean, something interesting?
Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk.
Class 78 Student Registry.
It contains profiles for all of us, and Mukuro.
So, in other words,
Apparently Class 78 refers to us.
Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room.
I see.
That's right. It also mentioned Class 78. This is where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers,
In other words,
there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope Speed Academy, just like the rest of us.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it.
But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled. She must have been in a hurry.
Yeah. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point?
She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page.
The first page.
Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages.
Oh.
so in other words,
When it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have.
What kind of information is it?
Why do you have to ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? There seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the Headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left such an interesting clue.
I was half listening to Hiroshi as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background, an entity floats, close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair, and I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all, but if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the Headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
what?
What?
What's wrong, Makoto?
Huh?
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should notice.
What is it?
Did you notice the picture in there?
No.
A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before.
Yeah.
A girl who seems to be included as a part of our class. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5'7" inches, 97 pounds, and it even listed her vitals, 31, 22, 32.
Vitals?
Well, what do you think?
What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean?
Wait, is he trying to say there's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying?
Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business.
So I'm back to being Hiroshi's errand boy. Mukuro's profile. Okay.
Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention.
Advice for me?
You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well.
It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me.
Well, don't put too much faith in her.
Huh?
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you're poor. Just what I think. Call it a hunch.
A hunch.
So my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will.
I'll keep it in mind, thanks. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. Okay. There's all those blurry faces again. Wait, there's two of the same person up there. Wait, one person is just the picture but flipped.
Oh my gosh.
There are trophies and even a shield in the display case.
Wait, only one picture is colored.
Yeah, there's only one. It's that guy right there.
Gosh.
Even in the headmaster's room, there's a monitor.
Maybe they're all old photos except for that one.
Even in the headmaster's room, there's a surveillance camera. The bookshelf seems really well made, and it's filled with files and thick books. And last thing is this. Class 78 Student Registry. Apparently that's us. It has profiles on me and everyone I met at the beginning, and Mukuro. Just like us, Mukuro was apparently a new student here at Hope's Peak. Mukuro Ikusaba, part of the Ultimate Despair, which means her and the Mastermind should have been allies. But then why would the Mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? I'm not going to look at the rest of it. I'm kind of curious to see what they've written about everyone. Alright then, I guess that's it. And then we go to the top. Where's the stairs? Oh, they're over here. I just landed a big circle. Wait. No, okay. I had to remember where everything was. Yeah, this floor is the last floor to check out. And then I had to check out the crime scene again. Yeah, way down here. Raw! Yeah, I'm not too happy to check out this room. Bio. Raw. Gonna find a bunch of meat hanging from the walls. Oh my gosh!
It's cold. It's like a cold room.
Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? Okay. There are icicles hanging from the monitor.
Bruh.
I'm surprised the surveillance camera can work with how cold it is in here. Well, technology has come a long way. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those lately. It's so cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. Nah, really though? I mean, you can very clearly tell why it's cold, because there's things that need to be refrigerated in here. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side... Oh, they're all off. There's some kind of weird machine or something over the wall. I've seen something like this before. That's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. What else? I mean, I kind of...
Probably look at the thingies again.
I guess the desk again? Yeah.
I mean that's the...
Yeah. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone regenerator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body as fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instructional manual for the fridge. Okay then, can I look at it? Okay, so can I mess with it now? One's on the left. Or right hand lights are off. Well, I think I get it. Seems clear to me now. This is a makeshift morgue. Biolab secret. And about those lights by each slot. It looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue, another one of the victims is... I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. So wait, are all my dead friends in here? Wait, hold on. Is there a full body count?
Is a possibility.
Sayaka, Leon, Chihiro, Mondo, Rat, Taka, Celeste, Sakura, Junkrat. It's 9.
Start looking in them.
Can I?
Makoto's not going to. You could try. I don't think he will. He might.
Oh yeah, it's just the same stuff.
Gosh. Okay, really, Makoto?
Well, I mean, I don't know if that would help me. This is one of those fridges they put dead bodies in. Does that mean everyone who died they're all in this little room? Dot. Jeez, okay. So wait, that means Mondo Butter is inside one of them.
Oh.
Mondo Butter!
What are the other locker rooms? I remember.
Well, okay, so I think... Hold on, let me check just to be sure, but I think now I just recheck the crime scene. Headmaster's room, yes. Biolab, yes. Monokuma Door, yes. And the second... Yeah, okay. In addition, the areas directly connected to Mukuro Ikusaba's death are the garden and the dojo. Okay. So the garden is this, I think, right? Meow. Yep. The body is gone. It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here. Wait, that wouldn't her body be in the morgue then? That means there's one less than there should be in there. So maybe someone...
They didn't bother to put the Mondo Butter in there.
Maybe. Or maybe that means someone is alive like he thought. Still 4 chickens. Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. Here's the control panel. It's set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Did you eat it? No, I didn't eat it, but I can whisper to you in your ear who did if you come close to me. No, thank you, Monokuma Flower. Maybe the body is inside the tool shed? I'd better check just to be sure. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But if it's not here either, then it must be... Could it be in the biolab? The corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in there. There's one other thing. That tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so I'd better look into it. Yeah, the killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? Biolab. Wow, I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. It says biolab. Well, I mean, if someone still believed that one of us killed it, this is undeniable proof that we didn't, because the biolab was locked. Only the mastermind could have gotten in there. Then this originally came from the biolab. Tarp has been added. Alright. Okay. We have the tarp. And that's all I really needed to check here. Oh, I thought for a moment it was gonna say ding dong and it was time to begin the trial. I got nervous. Okay. The tarp found in the garden had played a part in Mukuro's murder. Biolab had been stamped onto one corner. According to the headmaster's report, Mukuro did not have a single scar or wound when she came. In addition, her physical features were as follows: 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Okay. Alright. Alright, her locker notebook. Yasuhiro's name was written on the inside, has a number of classes. Pocketbook was found on the 2nd floor of the dorms. I believe the Kyoko's. Some kind of message scrawled on the last page of the pocketbook. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. And there's a second despair. Biolab secret. The biolab seems to have been repurposed as a morgue. A corpse fridge has been installed in the biolab. It seems a blue light comes on to indicate a slot is occupied. Where's the morgue again? It was over here. Raw. Why is raw written on it? Raw. Raw dead bodies? Yeah. Well, actually, except for Mondo. He was turned into butter. I don't know if that's wrong. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those lately. Okay. What do I exactly need to check again with the locker?
See if the dead body's in there, remember?
Yeah. Okay. Only some of the lights are on. The ones on the left. The right-hand lights are off. What? Come on.
Why is he not checking them?
There's one of those fridges. Seemingly crime shows. I mean, since Mukuro's body disappeared from the garden, could it be in here? I need to check, but I have no idea how to open this thing. Okay, well, it's the pamphlet, probably. Didn't it say how to do it? Yeah. Into the cadaver, and the blue light will let you know the automated systems here have activated. Oh. So it's all automated. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. Okay, do I... Some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. The heck? What do I do? What the heck? Garden. Oh, dojo. Okay, well, I guess I can't get in there in the time being. I'll just go to the dojo for now. I forgot about the dojo. That was the next place to investigate. Oh, hi, Toko. Oh, Toko. So this is where you were.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting that you want me out of your sight?
If I wanted you out of my sight, I would have just left. That's not it at all. I thought maybe you'd found a clue.
Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not a single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back! Give back my precious time!
Calm down, Toko.
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing.
Nobody's gonna say that.
Master will.
I'm not sure I can disagree with that, yeah.
I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me?
Didn't you like it earlier? Weren't you like, oh, he's demeaning me. Oh!
I love it when he calls me stinky.
Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm not gonna get... I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Yeah, I'm staying anyways. I must check everything. And the key is back there. I found a clue in here, but it was just the mastermind's attempt to frame Kyoto. I can totally imagine Sakura out here using this to train. Too bad she's dead. I guess there truly was nothing here.
It's raining leaves.
You think it'd be like covered like in 3 feet of leaves now or something? Well, maybe not 3 feet, but like quite
Maybe
enough.
it's only raining leaves and people are looking.
This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. Right now it's just showing the school crest, but that is better than some freaky Monokuma TV show or something. Oh, it's a security cam. I forgot I could look up. From the bottom of my heart, I just really want it. Maybe I'll just bust it to heck for real.
What, are you that tall?
Yeah. Do you really have nothing for me, Toko?
Why is everything?
I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Alright then. What's that?
That girl got problems.
Oh no!
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best,
Okay.
your generous headmaster will give you a little hint.
I thought it was starting.
For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
What, now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Quiet. Hi, Chills. Wait, where was he? I don't feel like I've seen him during the entire... Where was he? He was somewhere, right?
I don't think he was.
Oh. Oh, hey, Chills. Makoto! Oh, why do you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Chills, wait. There's no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hero? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Is he the mastermind? They're about to find me out. Is it just me? He has to do this every single time a new person comes in. Hey.
I am Monokuma!
Yes, I know full well who you are. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in an envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope.
Pick it up and it explodes.
This must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. Oh. My friends! We're all wearing, looks like uniforms. Sakura ripped her uniform. Yeah, we all are wearing, not clothes. Taka's blocking Junkrat.
Yeah.
It featured a bunch of faces I'd recognized extremely well. Wait a minute. I'm not in there. My picture. I'm not in there. I'm non-existent, apparently. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. But wait. There's someone behind Sayaka. It's the ultimate soldier, the ultimate despair. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Hiroshi and I were at the Headmaster's room and we looked at the file. Mukuro Ikusaba. Then this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that, where am I? Just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself, and we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember any of this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not here. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me.
Maybe you're taking the picture.
But I guess that makes sense. They need someone to take the picture after all. No, that's not it, you idiot! They have the picture on a timer! That's all I'm answering, though. Oh, fuck. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me to not be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other until they got here. But if this picture is real, then could that mean... Could it be? Everyone else and just me. Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way, standing there, you know. So I mean, get out. But I told you, I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of the left field. I guess that means he's done talking. Dang it. Group photo. Well. So, in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looked so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? You see. Yeah. So Celeste isn't wearing the school uniform, she's just continuing to wear her gambler outfit.
Yeah.
Hiroshi's over there, not caring about anything in the world. Toko's obviously right next to him, looking at his butt. Oi is nice. Chihiro's really nice. Yeah. and Junkrat's completely blocked.
There could be someone behind those two. There's a black spot there.
Oh yeah, it looks like there's 2 legs right there. Wait, but I don't see anything in that little sliver right there. It's just pants! Walking pants! Yeah, I am just taking the picture. Okay. Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Let me see here. Yeah, what? To try and make it look like everyone except me is the mastermind? So he's in the archive. Yeah, I guess I'll go talk to Hiroshi about it. Hey Hiroshi, so did you get the picture too? What? What, I'm gonna find Hiroshi dead? What the? Oh, never mind. I thought everything was gone.
What the?
Alright, Hiroshi. Oh, Hiroshi. Listen, do you think we could talk? Hiroshi?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends.
Wait, what? Hiroshi? But of course, he didn't. He just walked away. What the heck? Why was he acting like that? Like he was purposefully trying to avoid me. Okay. What did he show them the same thing? Like, is it a, did he show everyone a photo of all of us except the person who got the photo is missing? Is that what's going on here? Now, where is everyone? Oh, I didn't realize they were in exclamation points. I thought, hey, Chills, are you gonna run away from me again?
Get me out of here!
Get me out of here!
I can only trust the plants and the chickens.
Hey, the chickens. Hey, Chills. Makoto. What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No. Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. What's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I'd found. It was like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of me. Why? Toko. Was she in the biolab?
Yeah.
Of all places. The place with dead bodies frozen.
No, it's not good. Probably good.
Frozen blood.
Like, unless Felix in there.
I decided to visit the biolab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. In the cold of all places. She might die of this cold. Toko.
Oh, she opened that.
I'll check on you later. What's this? It's open, but Toko. Gosh dang it, Makoto. Fine. So I will check Dakota. Toko, are you okay? Oh no, she's not dead, is she?
Just so I thought I was gonna.
Jeez, yeah.
It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold. I think I might catch a cold.
If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me getting all excited, weren't you?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, then what? Hot and bothered. Straight up.
You okay? So why did you pass out?
I don't know. The last thing I remember was me waking up. Just now. What do you want, Miss Moore?
What'd you do?
Rose.
What'd you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch.
Bingo bazinga. We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory.
No, it's more like half. Genocide Jack's memory has been added.
But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now or I'll slit your throat.
I don't know. I'm sure Hiroshi is around somewhere doing his own investigating.
By himself?
I assume so.
I knew it! I totally knew it! I'm a total pro when it comes to all things mastered. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely you must be right now.
Toko shot off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. Yeah, the body that's opened right here. The fridge is open, but I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was in here. That must be why she passed out. Oh, what the heck?
Right.
You were there the whole time? She faints so easily. Kyoko.
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
But listen, about this room. Oh, yeah, it's a morgue. Yeah, I figured that out. I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and, well, there you have it. You knew she'd faint?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear. I imagined she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why has everything got to be so difficult with her? Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched, but suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a sec before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body is in there. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body is inside the fridge.
I see.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right, Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation. I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there? Nice. Oh, I'm just waiting over here, looking at the tarps. You know, I think I've seen a tarp somewhere like this before. It's the same one as the one in the garden. And if I remember correctly, that tarp, Biolab. And that's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over here. Oh, nice. That was actually worthwhile. I didn't expect it to be. I was just playing around. Alright, so yeah.
So looking at these tarps.
Biolab had been stamped. So there's no doubt that the tarp came from Peter. Yeah. I've already looked at this instruction manual. More importantly, on the left side of the refrigerator, a bunch of blue lights are on. Those ones aren't. It would seem the blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. Yep, I know as much. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around, the number of blue lights that are on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. 9. 9 lights? Biolab lights. Yeah, so that means that there's 10 people dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so one person is missing. Just as I suspected. Or it was updated, huh? The number of slots, counting the slot with Mukuro's body inside, comes to a total of 9.
Maybe Monokuma just forgot to turn on the other light.
It's automated. That's what it said.
Oh.
Are you done yet?
Maybe it's broken.
I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own, without whatever hint he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Oh, even the metal pipe hit? So she was killed by something other than the knife and the metal. Huh, really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old? What?
Because-
All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However,
But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds, it makes it sound like they've been there forever, so they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
so then,
But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
at the very least...
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the very beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words...
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then they investigate. They test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Kyoko's account.
Hey,
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
so...
5 foot, 7 inches, 97 pounds, vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then...
Indeed.
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim in this case is, without a doubt, Mukuro Ikusaba. Alright, so she is indeed dead. I was wondering if Hiroshi was going to be wrong about that. I was thinking to myself, that'd be pretty... if every single hunch everyone had turned out to be right in this game, that'd be pretty crazy. So I was wondering, I wonder if this hunch will be wrong. And it was wrong.
And...
Okay, is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then...
Then it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh wait, are we not going to put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
Why?
Sad? Did you forget she was our enemy once? A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey,
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
so then...
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. Oh right. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. I completely forgot about it. If I don't do it now... Yes. Hey Kyoko, I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I had to ask.
What?
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since he got here?
What?
What?
So...
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
Indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you'd need to have the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using the emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
If that's true...
Could that mean that video is real too? Video? Makoto, I think everything is starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker?
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD. Urgent interviews. And it says Class 78 Urgent interviews. I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway.
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Interview DVD.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow. So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that farewell, Kyoko was gone. I'd better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth, but no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world, I can't afford to lose. I can't afford to lose! Da-da-da-da-da. Alright, the AV room, that's way, way down. Actually, I still haven't talked to Katara about her video, or not video, picture. I mean, she's probably gonna freak out as well, but I just want to see what it is anyways. Is she gonna slap me? You're not my friend! What did you do that for? Sup. So, this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you.
Oh, Makoto! Sorry, gotta go.
Yeah. What? She ran off so fast I didn't even have time to stop her. Katara, why? Why won't you talk to me? Alright. So, yeah. I mean, I kind of assumed that. It was just some weird trick to try and get us all to doubt each other. Yeah, I'm just not gonna pay any attention to it. As Makoto should not. I mean, honestly, they're making kind of a weird assumption. Okay, whatever. I don't care. It's time to watch the disc. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I'd better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Hey, Sayaka. Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged
I
man.
do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation.
It looks like she minds, but whatever.
I'm a little slow, you know.
Staring like right at the camera.
I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that?
Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school?
I accept.
What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
Well,
Maybe
yeah,
she was
sadly
being
his
maybe she was being held at gunpoint or something.
sadly his word totally failed. Yeah, as if on cue. That's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up until now, but this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I heard, because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so badly, she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted to the screen. Is it everyone? And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Hey, it's me. What? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably
So,
me.
Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation, but the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said yes.
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this,
Well, I mean, I don't have much of a choice, do I?
but I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you.
Everything that he could wasn't enough since he got thrown into a rocket and incinerated. So,
Kyoko is Kyoko talk.
As the headmaster of Oaks Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
once again the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Hiroshi. Toko. Katara. Look, she's actually smiling, unlike everyone else. Everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in this school forever. Agreed to the chance of living here forever, and then... Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father, and when he asked her this question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. But what? It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Wow. Oopsie, looks like it broke, out of service. What? It just so happened to break just now? Now then, when, doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure my butt. You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same, maybe. He'd ask them the question and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, that at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school. What would make you forget all that? Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It all seems too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in the favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... Interview DVD. Uh-oh.
What? Maybe you were all a part of the despair, and then and so you agreed to do the experiment because you thought it would be good.
So we're all just playing with each other? Role playing. We're all role playing. This is a Roblox role play. For anything that has a start, there has to be an end.
If the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Crap. It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be put on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. We're gonna see all their pictures? Nice. Where's me? I'm crying in it. Nice. I can't run.
Where's the Akia? Oh, he's right there.
Yeah, Hiroshi. Yeah, they're just standing aside doing nothing. The military person's like, whatever. Yeah, Sakura, that's her 50th time passing us.
Yeah, literally. Like Makoto's on his first one.
Everyone else is like on their third. I can't take it.
Except
the rat. Look at. Oh, I at least passed the rat. That for sure. Nice. That's the one he got. What the heck? Why is there a fish inside the pool?
Awesome. That's a great photo.
I like how we got a photo that was completely unrelated to him being at the pool. Okay.
We saw a picture. Just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be. But how was that a hit?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else.